Joined by
What's up, baby? What's up? What's going on? Dude, Hugh here from Stock Car Society is joining Rattlesnake and Dakota Drake from the Rutledge Dome live from Atlanta. Hugh, what's going on? Tell everybody, hey, man.
Man, hey, thanks for everybody having me on. We're out here from the Stock Car Society World Headquarters.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell
If
yeah.
you've been to a race lately, I'm sure you've seen their swag on the internet, but check them out. They've been vending. I mean, these guys are blowing up, man. I can't wait to talk about your stuff on the show. We're going to break down everything in Nashville. Let's get this thing started.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? It's Chairgating coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock flag and eagle.
All right. Here we
Hell
are.
yeah.
We are back. We are back.
Dude, I can't wait to hear everything Hugh said from like all the shit we talked about what was going on at Nashville. Like, I can't wait to hear his in-race reporter view.
Yeah. So Hugh's here from Stock Car Society. I'm very interested in talking to him about what he does. Their merch is fucking sick. I mean, everybody's seen it.
Thank you.
But more importantly, he also is here because he was actually at the race. So we figured it'd be great to have him come on and kind of explain how it was there, what it was like with the delay. Did you stay the whole time, actually?
You bet your ass, man.
Hell yeah.
Who's
Okay.
Keeping it real,
Bitter
dude.
end.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Then I'm glad you're here. Dakota, you want to jump right into it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's I mean, dude, Hugh, so if people didn't know, you got this badass merch line dropping. I mean, is that what we're gonna call it? Like, are you a brand? Is it just badass NASCAR shirt?
Yeah, we're a brand. I think like people keep saying like, so is this a lifestyle brand? And like, I hate that combination of words, but yeah, it probably is. It's like, it's just, motorsports in general. Like, I don't know, stock cars racing in general, but it's just like whatever we think up. Like, really, the genesis of it is just like all the stuff on the haulers kind of sucks for the most part. I was like tired of like going to the race and coming home with a pocket full
It's
of money.
the gray wash shirts for me. It's the cheap gray wash, like a cool logo with like on a cheap ass t-shirt is what I always feel.
That was like, there's like 2 or 3 things that were just like, I can't handle this anymore. It's like the low quality stuff. Like, it's like, hey, what's your thickest t-shirt? Like, what's the thickest kind of ink you guys have? Like, I want to be sweaty.
I'm really picky about like my Kevin Harvick shirts, and like I very rarely buy any because I'm so picky. But every now and then I see a cool, decent design, but still the materials, like I just make a comfortable shirt, dude.
Yep. Yeah, so that's what we're trying to kind of fit in, just like making super high quality racing shit that, like is cool enough for the track, but is also kind of like chill, low key enough that you could wear it out in public too.
Like lifestyle.
Yeah.
Hugh, do you have any like of your shirts like right around?
Yeah.
I just want people to see, because I feel like
we're hyping
anyone
it up.
watching that doesn't know who Stock Car Society is, they've seen their shit before.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's that's what it is.
It's that one. Yeah, that's what I did when you told me about them. And I was like, dude, I've seen that shirt everywhere.
All right, I got this.
All right, what you got?
This is like one of my original like lines.
Yeah. I've seen that one around.
Yep.
And like all these shirts, like we do like comfort colors on this kind of stuff, and like everybody loves the shirts and like
high quality shit.
Yeah, I got a handful of the hats and stuff too. This is kind of like this is the one that This is the one that started the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Really,
I remember seeing
like
Shitty Rob with that one the first time I seen it, and I was like, "Oh, is that a good range? Oh no, wait, okay, I like it." A little, throwback mention. A lot of Dale stuff.
Yeah, a handful of Dale stuff.
That's it.
We're back on Dale here. This is like the Sunday Money.
That one's clean as shit, dude.
That boat hat. And then this just came out with this, had this in Charlotte for the
seen that one a lot
for the 600. Loving that hat. It's like I wear it every fucking day right now.
What's your like best selling item?
Oh, it's the
number one hot summer sale this season.
It's the Race Hell Dale hat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sick. So are all your designs pretty much what you're going for is throwback, NASCAR, but changing up the words to say like funny shit?
It's a handful of that stuff. I mean, we've got other, I don't know. It's like 50-50 right now. And I think the kind of long-term trajectory is to go more towards like true original stuff. Like the parody, like logo stuff is cool, but I don't know. I think it has some limits, obviously. So we're just kind of trying to take the aesthetic of the throwback stuff and start applying it to, the current market.
Hell yeah. No, I love it. I love it. This is exactly what we've needed for a while. I'm happy y'all are doing it. I'm happy there's somebody out there doing it. Now we just need a sweet chairgating shirt like that.
You can do it.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
I'm not gonna let you go, Hugh. We're gonna get something going, man. I promise.
Oh yeah.
So, dude, did you vend at Nashville, or were you there just as a fan?
No, just went as a fan. That's the second race we've done is just going to the race this year. And part of it's like we haven't at least yet set up at like a handful of the tracks, and like at Nashville, like the gypsy tents are a half mile away. It's like like a handful of them. The guys were there. But it's like a half mile away. It's just it doesn't make any sense for us. Like we're out of Ohio. Like
it's like Daytona. They have them like they're like a mile and a half.
Yeah, the flea market.
Yeah, it's across the interstate.
Yeah, it's always just like it's why even go, man.
Yeah.
And then when you're at the track, people are like, "Hey, where'd you get that?" And you're like, "Oh, dude, take a left of the light, go take another
get
left.
An Uber."
Yeah, rent a scooter. You're gonna have to go all the way down. Yeah. I think honestly, I think the first time I saw your stuff was with Shitty Rob.
Yeah.
Like, are you boys with Rob, or like how did this work out?
We gonna go. Rob was cool to us the first couple times we went out, and then like at Bristol in the fall, like that was the first time I had this hat, and like all his boys were there and they all bought it, and then now I see they're making an exact copy of it. So I don't think we're boys.
Oh shit!
Damn,
beef in the white tent row. Damn, we didn't know that. Shit.
Yeah, this is gypsy tent drama.
Next topic.
Yeah.
It goes down over there, man. Some of I think there's like, hey man, I made more sales, and then fuck you, dude. I don't know. Damn, all the drama. We're just trying to be.
Rob's always been cool to us, and like I know he's not the one making the decisions, but
no, I understand.
Like, I can't play.
We've tried to do stuff with Shitty as well. It's like we're boys with Rob. That's kind of where Okay, well that's interesting. Was this your first race in Nashville?
Yeah. And didn't know what to expect. Like obviously, like last year it kind of got some like initial Kentucky Speedway reviews, like with the traffic and the
that's a good comparison, I would feel. I was there last year, and it was brutal.
Yeah,
it was fun. The weekend was fun, but damn, it's like the track. It's like I was like going to the bar with like your stepmom or something. Like there was a chaperone the whole weekend. Like you can't do this, can't do that, can't do this. And I was like, dude, leave me alone.
Yeah, it was like going into the weekend. Like everybody like tweets and stuff started going out. They're like, oh, they're not even close to sold out. Like people aren't coming back. People are pissed off, have a bad attitude about it. So I was kind of actually expecting it to be a little more tame, but man, there was people there. I don't know. I haven't watched the broadcast yet. Like what did it look like on
packed
TV?
On TV.
It looked packed.
It felt packed, man.
It looked really packed, but then you could kind of tell out on the ends. You could see some bleachers.
There was some empty.
It was a bigger crowd than I thought it would be, honestly. Now last year, dude, was nuts.
And the weather was like all week. It was like, yep, it's gonna rain at like 4:00 on Sunday. So like, I'm just surprised as many people came out as they did. But
I know a lot of people like if there's a chance rain, they won't even come. And I'm like, well, I'm still gonna go. I'm just gonna hope it doesn't rain. Dude, I remember last year it was hotter than hell, and I knew it was gonna be hot there this weekend. It looked hot, especially on Saturday, I think. But man, I mean, what'd you do to stay cool in them temps?
Okay, it was brutal. I kind of struggle with like because I was just saying before we went on, like I hear people like complain about it. Like even I just listened to like half a Door Bumper Clear, and like they're losing their minds. It's fucking so hot, and you can't have ice and water, and like I don't know, like I was out there. Like, it was all right. Like, we were in a race, you know? Like,
Yeah. You know what,
I didn't
knew what
hate
it was
that
when you were
bad.
getting there.
It was hot as hell, man. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way around that. As far as staying cool, we may or may not have had. I mean, thankfully, they let you bring in as many water bottles as you can, and they weren't super paying attention to if you had any of them that were full of Tito's. So we'd go, you know, get a lemonade shake up and tune that thing up, and we were putting those down pretty good. And that
Yeah.
kept me hydrated and cool. Also,
sorry, go
we
on.
were making jokes about it the whole time because, like, when they came out with like, oh, here's what we're going to do to keep you cool, it's like we set up a misting station somewhere and like
Thanks, I guess.
So we kept like walking through those, being like, thank you,
Thank
Bruton.
God.
Yeah.
So did you know
Bruton.
going in that you couldn't bring coolers?
Yeah, and man, that's like, I'm just so sick of that. Like, through the whole COVID shit and the clear backpack bullshit.
Oh, it was an absolute joke, dude.
It's such a joke. And then I just like, now we're like back to it there. There's no excuse for it there other than they're trying to sell beers.
Money.
And
Yeah.
I'm at the point where, dude, I don't even care. I'll buy the beers from you. And actually, like, Busch Light cans were $5, which that's not great, but also, like, I don't know. You
I
go
heard
in there and spend
what were
50
tall boys,
bucks.
like nine?
So
beers?
what they like, other domestic, like Mick Ultra, Bud Light, 16-ounce cans were $10, 10, 11, something like that. And then Busch Light 12-ounce cans were $5. It's like, I don't know, like, that's not ideal, but for a major sporting event, like, I can.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
But I'm just like,
I don't know. That sounds awful to me. It sounds like I'm spending $50 right there on beers.
it is. I mean, yeah, it is, but like, I don't know. Compared to $10, $15 tall boys or whatever at a concert, like, I didn't think it was the worst. But
what about
you gotta
compared
have
to
coolers.
free at Talladega?
True. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't, I don't love it, but at the end of the day, my take on it and like is that if they really need the extra concession stand sales to like make a venue profitable or whatever, which honestly seems like bullshit anyway, I'm fine with it. But do it Eldora style. Sell me a cooler when I get in. Like, Eldora has like these like
beer bucket or
temporary like
something.
$5 coolers that like you go in there, you buy that, you get a 6-pack, and they fucking throw a scoop of ice on top of it at the thing. It's like, I just don't want to drink warm beer, and I don't want to get up every time
Right.
that I need one. I will say, after being there though, they had it dialed in. Like, the vendors are coming up in the stands, like their credit card machines and shit like worked good. Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Or why don't they just charge you to bring in your cooler?
Seriously, like, that's what.
Oh yeah, hey, all right. If you want to bring a cooler, it's a $5-10 fee. Or
No,
something.
they would need to charge a lot more than that. But I mean,
Yeah.
$20 per cooler.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Seriously.
Like, I'd pay that.
I
to
think
bring my
there's
cooler.
other solutions here, and I just think like not being able to have 10 beers at your seat is just on the verge of unacceptable to
Yeah,
me.
right. That's
at
the
a
big
race.
problem.
Well, I'm saying beers, and I wouldn't be drinking any waters myself, but whatever. It's just like,
Yeah.
you're asking people to go sit out there for 6 hours and it's 100 degrees and 80% humidity. Like,
Also try to think of like some dad bringing his like 2 kids and wife that doesn't give a shit like to the
Seriously.
track, and he's just wanting to have like a good outing that weekend, and then hey, can't bring shit in, so now he's standing in line for 30 minutes trying to buy a soda and a fucking
Oof.
water. And
Yeah. So
like,
how was that? Did you? Well, I guess since the race was all fucked up, I was
Kinda
gonna
weird,
ask,
yeah.
did you have to miss much, like going back and forth to grab stuff?
No, honestly, I felt like, again, like I wasn't there last year, but I feel like they at least did a good job on like fixing that problem. The lines were like all pretty manageable. We like, I don't know, throughout the day, by the time all the delays and stuff,
Right.
I feel like we ate 2.5 meals in there. And like every time it's like the lines are 15 people deep, like everywhere. Like, I think that's pretty reasonable. Honestly, like, we were just at Charlotte and it was way worse at Charlotte. I was at Martinsville in the spring. It was way worse there. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it was probably the best like concession stand setup that
Okay.
I've seen at a race this year.
So you go to
they
quite a bit
They
of
fixed some shit there. Yeah, it's kind of weird though. This year, it's like feels like all our races are stacked up in the fall. So
Okay.
Sounds like
I
us.
feel like it's been a little bit of a slow
Sounds
start.
exactly
But
like us.
yeah,
Yeah, we're doing
We got
what,
a bunch,
back
and
to
then
back to
summer's
back?
like, fuck, this isn't working, and then fall's like, all right, for sure, we're going to this one.
All
yeah.
right, Hugh, are you going to Bristol, Darlington, and Dega?
I'm definitely Bristol and Dega. I'm probably 60% on Darlington right
Okay.
now.
We'll be at those. We'll be at those
I-
races. So
I feel like I might have made a commitment about Darlington or something, or made some plans about it this weekend, but I'll wait until whoever I made them with reminds me about it.
There you
nice, nice. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely have to meet up at one of these races.
Yeah, dude.
Definitely.
Hell yeah. Well, we want to break this bad boy down. I mean, from start to finish, dude, the energy seemed good when the race was starting. NBC,
Totally.
I was already like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. But it seemed right when the green dropped, like guys were racing. I was really pleased with what I was seeing. I mean, Denny Hamlin starting on pole. He was gone. Toyota showed the fuck up.
Dude. Totally bizarre, like the whole Toyota situation. But I feel like I got worried early on when Denny just like drove away from everybody.
Yeah, he checked
and
out.
It was like, shit, is this going to be a clean air show? Like, are we just going to see whoever gets clean air go drive out 3 seconds ahead of everybody else the whole day? But I was like, hopefully first round of pit stops, people make adjustments and get a little racier. And like, it really did after that. After that, I felt like all the restarts, and I could be wrong, but I feel like almost every restart, you'd end up with like multiple side-by-side battles that weren't like the typical 2 laps and then there's somebody's clear. Like, I felt like we were over and over seeing like 5, 8, 10 lap races side by side for the lead and for position in the top 10. Like that, you can't ask for better shit than that.
I think it was like middle of the second stage. It was like Martin Truex, Ross Chastain, and Kevin Harvick were swapping 3 wide for like 10 laps for second.
Yeah.
And they just like kept like all of a sudden they switch up and they were back 3 wide and still racing for it. And I was like, dude, this is insane. Like the next gen is fucking Nashville was already kind of cool, but next gen has definitely made it better there. And I just saw great races throughout the pack. I saw a couple people like, oh, there wasn't a lot of pass for the lead. And it was like, I think Truex and Denny Hamlin like sat there and duked it out for like 2 stages.
It definitely felt like 2018 again.
I like well, there were some unfamiliar names as
right.
of late,
Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick. And I'm saying this in a good way. Weird. It was like nostalgic. You know, watching them run up front, I actually didn't hate it. I was like, this is kind of nice to see these guys up front again.
Yeah, I like it.
I thought it was good. I picked Harvick actually, but there was lots of guys up there running good that haven't been. I think I like to see Truex run up front and just a lot of that.
Yeah, man. It was really refreshing to see. Even there were some guys like climbing up in the top 10. Michael McDowell was up in like 7th straight up for a minute. And I was like, dude, like some of these guys are showing up with this car.
Dude, what the hell's going on with Michael McDowell this season?
I am liking everything.
He decided he can like drive all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I
think this car's kind of fitting in his wheelhouse. Daniel Suarez was kind of all over the place. And early before the rain came, he was showing up. I was like, okay, amigo. Hey. So it kind of seemed too, I hated the rain delays or lightning delays, but it almost seemed like it changed the race completely. When the race faded at night, I was literally like, thank God for those fans. Now they're going to see a race at night and it's going to be cooler. But damn, I hate they're sitting there all damn day. But it definitely flipped the script. You saw guys drop back and some guys from the back come to the front, a.k.a. Chase Elliott. Yeah, man, it definitely flipped the script when that rain came.
Yeah, you could see it immediately. It's like those first few restarts, like guys didn't know what the car was going to do, but they weren't going to like wait around and figure it out. Like they were still going balls out, and that's why I think you saw after the rain, like a lot of spins really.
I will say
and a lot of great saves too.
Yeah. Ryan Blaney time.
Save.
Let's say Ryan Blaney, him and Kevin Harvick were battling coming off 4, and Ryan Blaney like was sideways and saved it. I mean, later on he spins out too.
As somebody who watched the race from home, I actually kind of liked how much it changed because it was like I was watching 2 different races in the same day.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
I was super excited about it when it was like it kind of became evident that they were going to get the track dry and that they were probably going to be able to run the race out and not just like. There's always that fear with like the typical NASCAR bullshit that like, they're gonna go out there, run like 8 pace laps, and then
call
the
it
green, run 3
Yeah,
laps.
that was in the back of my mind, dude.
Say it's oh, we're halfway. But
yeah, I was really scared that if it rained again, it was over.
That's what I was worried about. I thought for sure that's what they were trying to do was, hey, let's get this thing over with when the rain comes. I was so surprised that they were just able to keep running. I was so happy.
And that's what they were saying in the scanner too. They said there's another sale coming. I don't know if it's going to hit us or not. And I was like, dude, if it rains now, I think it's over. And I was like, please don't rain.
But it was awesome.
Also,
go ahead.
I was gonna say also, I just want to mention this should just be a night race.
Yeah,
totally.
Why is this not a night race?
Any summer race that has lights, I don't know why it's not.
Especially in the South, like it's hot and humid.
Atlanta in 2 weeks, like that is just a dumb ass idea. Why that's not at night, I have no idea.
Nashville in the summer, no coolers allowed. And they got lights. Like, what are we doing here? This should be a night race.
And it had like a peak heat index.
Right.
I wonder if that I just don't know enough about the business piece of it to know like if that is that the TV because like they don't want to be broadcasting on Saturday night because our ratings worse on Saturday night versus Sunday afternoon. Like probably people.
I imagine that's why they do it. Yeah.
When I heard a couple things, was like, what was with the 5 o'clock start time? Like that was kind of
that was pretty weird.
Yeah, why was it at 5?
I didn't like that.
I mean, I get so. I mean, I love 1 o'clock, but then like 3 o'clock's kind of the norm, or it's at night.
Right.
And it was like 5 o'clock was like, okay, I guess it's gonna end at dusk. Maybe
it's like okay, I'll start watching, then have to eat dinner like an hour later.
Yeah,
this is weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but
not a fan of the start time. Not to mention, it didn't help with the delays because that just fucked everything up. But at least we got the race in. It ended like right before midnight, and I was entertained the entire time. I'm like, it's like 11:30. I got a newborn baby. I'm getting kind of sleepy, but I woke right back up when that race came on, and I stayed awake the whole time. I was really entertained.
Yeah, I feel the same. I'm glad to hear you say that because I feel like every time when you go to a race in person, like it almost always feels entertaining. Like
oh yeah,
almost always. Like I've been to a couple where like you could tell that it sucked in person, but like most of the time it feels
definitely debated this on the show.
Yep, this is a big topic because Dakota's the worst about it. We'll go to Atlanta and I'll be like, that was an okay race, and Dakota's like, that was the best race of the year.
Well, I think that's what's always. I think it's so tough about like watching races in person versus watching the broadcast is like when you're there in person, and we're big on the scanners. Like you can pick the battles you want to watch. It's like it's almost like choose your own ending books. Like there's so much other shit going on that you would never get the opportunity to see if you're watching the broadcast.
Yeah.
The flip side of it is like there's stuff that happened. I've like watched some of the recaps this morning and stuff. It's like, oh, I didn't really catch that. Like I was watching something else intently, like
I highly recommend you rewatch this race just because of the broadcast.
I definitely will.
The broadcast, dude, like if you've been watching races all year, it was just like hallelujah.
This needs to be a whole nother like discussion about
we could have a whole episode about NBC shitting on Fox. Like it was insane.
This was so refreshing. It was so good from beginning to end. I mean, first of all, they finally like explained shit to us that Fox just decided never to explain.
The locking like nub on
the lock pin on the hub.
Like, how have we not seen this?
And that whole animation was like, okay, that makes sense. Fox, what was that one screenshot I sent you, Rattlesnake, where it was like Fox to Daniel Suarez, and he was like, have you met Pitbull yet? And it was like NBC to Daniel Suarez. Hey, so during your season after your first win, how does this give you momentum? And it was like, that's night and day, dude. They even in practice did like a little breakdown of how all the air ducts work on the new next gen nose. And they showed different air streams going to brakes through the vents, cooling the car. And it was like, wow, that I could have seen this at fucking LA at the beginning.
And it was so professional. Nice. I mean, they explained everything.
There was nothing silly.
Nope.
Put it out. There was none of that. Like, dude.
I don't even hate put it out compared to some of the other shit, but like some of the like putting Bob Pockrass in skits and stuff is like,
dude, and it's so cringy and uncomfortable.
Everybody, no one likes this. Who's making these calls?
We all love Bob. We don't like him in this shit. Like, That's the biggest thing is like I love Bob. I don't want to see him in that shit. That's fucking weird. Not to mention we didn't get a bunch of children all over the screen.
Dude,
that was nice.
That was nice too. And something about like even when the broadcast started, I was just like hearing Dale Jr. just like be a fan in the booth was just like, yeah, man, I miss this.
Seeing him in like a suit and
we
tie.
We gotta talk about Dale too because we went down to Broadway and watched the download live on
Friday night. Yeah. They did that at Big Red or something. Old Red? Yeah. That Bob tweet.
Yeah, I mean the broadcast, like I said, I highly recommend you rewatch this just for the broadcast. It was so incredible, and you actually learn shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I hated that they had the delays in their opening broadcast. I was like, man, but they still owned it.
And one other thing, though, I do need to address about this broadcast was I sat there for, I guess, like an hour until the coverage concluded while there was the delay. I was talking to my wife about this. I was cooking dinner, and I just left it on. If it was Fox, I would have changed it immediately and been like, I'll see Twitter when it tells me the race is back on. Yeah. They had such good segments, sit-down interviews with Trackhouse, like really entertaining stuff that I was like, I don't even want to change it. Like, I'm really entertained by what they're putting on the TV.
They didn't just replay last year's race.
It was incredible.
Automatically. Damn. So how was Dale on Broadway?
Dude, it was super cool. We were kind of like debating if we were going to go to the truck race, which that was the worst part of it, is that it happened during the truck race.
Yeah.
It's like
double-edged sword.
Yeah, but man, it was awesome. I thought it was going to be like crazy down there. Like by the time we rolled into town, it was like we were rolling up there like an hour before it was supposed to start. And I was like, even on a normal Friday night on Broadway, like by 6 o'clock, you might be lines at bars, you know?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
But we like walked right in, got a like decent spot, and they came out like it was really, really cool. Like Dale and Mike were both loose the whole time, like
sitting there drinking a beer, telling stories and shit.
They were, man, their beers kept getting full. I was surprised to see the amount of cups that got brought to those guys.
Hell yeah.
And you could kind of feel it. Like I have
one of us.
Right. I'm not sure if they were.
This is kind of shit you're not going to see at like kind of any regular old plain Jane race either, like a race.
That's part of the reason I wanted to go to Nashville.
Yeah,
it's like because we wanted to. This didn't pan out. I think. Well, this was at the same time too. Like Tim Duggar was playing the Opry. It's like all that happened on Friday night, but it was like, man, I want to go see like what are they doing, like all the activation that NASCAR's doing downtown, like at the track and all that stuff, and like the hype and fanfare around the race.
Right. Last year was insane
in Nashville. Right.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that like Trackhouse came down to do a live pit stop on Broadway?
Yeah, I did. I've seen some of that content on Twitter.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Like how, and that's another thing that's cool is like bringing I mean, say there were people in Nashville. I mean, I don't know what the chances are. So there's people in Nashville just visiting or on vacation. And then, what's going on here? There's a race this weekend. Come check it out.
Bachelorette party capital.
Yeah, that may have happened. I don't know. But it's like still just bringing NASCAR to the city, showing out. They did that. What was it, Coda or something? They went to the town and like Daniel Suarez did a burnout and then right in the city square or something. It's like Trackhouse. We're a big Trackhouse.
Gotta keep doing that.
But dude, it's just bringing it to like the city that may not even know that they're what's going on or something. You know. It's cool to see that, and like you're not going to get that in every town.
Wearing my Music City hat, just FYI. Just for this Nashville recap. My only thing that it really bugs me when I see it in Nashville is the cowboy hats. Gets on my
nerves. It's a little.
That's a pet peeve of mine.
They do it at Talladega too.
If you talk to any local, they're like, we don't wear cowboy hats here. Like this is just a weird.
All of a sudden, everybody's a fucking cowboy.
Yeah, people buy it at the airport. So when I see that shit, like. Trackhouse, I saw the pit crew was wearing cowboy hats, and I was like, "Yeah, it's cute," but like, I'm just
like that's anytime I go to like a country concert, everybody all of a sudden is wearing a cowboy hat.
Right?
Like, tell me when and where and why you wear that hat.
Yeah,
like you wear that hat all the time, or you just wore.
Oh, especially the fake looking ones from the airport where they're curled all the way up on the side.
Oh, I bet
you're saying airport, but those come from the truck stop that's closest to the track.
Yeah, that's true. That's from a love.
Like people get like halfway there and they're like, "Who fucking see the cowboy hat?"
Yeah, that's just a pet peeve of mine. I just hate when I see in Nashville. Unless you have a guitar and you're walking around, just don't wear.
Anybody need a beer? I'm getting one.
I could get one. I brought 3 over here because I thought that was gonna be good, but
I mean, that's Dakota. Dakota will. This is what Dakota does. Just so you know,
just
he
go get
puts. You know how most people put like beers in a refrigerator to keep them cold?
yours. Yeah.
Like what a normal person does. Dakota waits until right before he wants to drink a beer, and then he puts it in a freezer, like a warm beer, straight to the freezer, lets it sit there for like 10 minutes, and then goes and gets it and drinks it. It's the weirdest thing. This is just what he does.
That's trouble.
Did you just get that out of the freezer?
Maybe.
See? It's the weirdest fucking move.
I've been off the fucking rails lately, dude. Okay.
It's his thing.
You
can't just leave beers in a refrigerator like a normal person.
Okay, so look, while the computer was updating, I already had this preheating in the freezer, and then I grabbed it when we were about to start the show. And when I grabbed that one, I switched one from the fridge to the freezer. So this bitch is ice cold and it's beautiful.
Also, just
okay, I can go with the fridge to the freezer.
Yeah, it's not just
like,
frozen. Like it's
time.
been in the freezer for like 15 minutes.
That's what I said. Yeah. You take it, put it in the freezer for a little bit to get like really cold, and then you go grab it.
No, I open it, it's like, oh.
But it's just like most normal people just go to the refrigerator, open the door, grab a beer, and
not
drink
cold
it.
enough.
See, I've got the kegerator out here.
Hey,
and it's at about like 30 or 29.
Ooh,
nice.
God,
So-
yeah. See, sign me up.
So when you open the can and it depressurizes, you get just like a couple ice chips on the top of it, like
Just a little,
sounds like Twin
little
Peaks.
slush. But then,
they're cold.
in
Yeah,
10 minutes, it's just gonna be
like Twin
perfect.
Peaks out here.
Yeah, dude, I like Twin Peaks frozen mugs.
I don't like it. I don't like the little ice floating in my
Oh,
beers. Honestly, it's too cold.
I just like a nice, dude, especially if I'm at a bar and I'm like, hey, yeah, can I get this on draft? And I'm like, can I get it in a chilled mug? If they give me a cold beer in a hot mug, I get fucking.
While
pissed.
we're on the tangent, I hate going to
bro.
a bar or a restaurant and they have beer but nothing on draft.
Yeah, that kind of
That's a
bothers me.
pet peeve of mine because
Dude, I can't
like,
stand
I
drinking
don't
out of
wanna-
a plastic cup.
I don't want to pay you this money to get this thing that I could buy at the grocery
No,
store. I'm here to get
dude.
draft beer.
Go
'cause
into
I can't
dive
get that at
bars,
home.
go into dive bars, and they give you like a shitty little beer in a plastic
Mm.
cup. I'll just throw the shit in the
Yeah.
trash. Like, what the fuck is this?
That's what when we were Old Red was Old Red was like 10-ounce cups of draft beer.
Ah, damn it!
You
I think
motherfuckers.
I
Like,
went there last
I know
year.
you're
I
gonna
think
charge me $20 or whatever, but it's like give me like I want like a coleslaw container.
I know.
Of it,
I think
like,
just because that reason I was getting liquor drinks because like what the hell? It was the same price almost, just like expensive beer, little beers in plastic cups. I was like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll drink. I guess I'll drink liquor out of these plastic cups. Back to
Glad-
okay,
Nashville.
glad we all
Bringing
agree
it
on
back-
the beer.
doing.
Yeah, bringing it back. Sorry, we go on tangents all the time. We're
Yeah.
like, what the? We like big trucks around here. So Chase Elliott gets a dub. He sneaks up and cleans it up. I really was like, God damn it! Like we're gonna get to some of the calls that were made at the end of this race, but Chase showed up late. I think I literally was like him, Kyle, or Truex. I think it's theirs to lose. Kyle seemed to fall off. It seemed like he burned his shit up like every run. He'd go out there and lead. Chase Elliott got these crazy long run speed coming on these restart. Did you get to see the restart? They replayed it. He went 3 wide on top side, passed like 2 rows of 3 wide,
yeah,
and
like
then
when he
cut
came
under
out on
Kyle
tires.
Larson. He passed like 7 cars.
Yeah. Then like a couple laps.
Yeah, it was nuts. So a lot of guys ran really well and didn't have the fucking finish to show for it due to a late yellow coming out. Shit happens, but yellow comes out and all of a sudden, like, what are they gonna do? I literally was like, well, it'd be a fucking no-brainer to stay out if you're in the top 10 here.
Yeah, Dakota literally texted me this and was like, "Wow, I can't believe Kyle Busch is going in."
Yeah, dude.
All the Toyotas pitted.
Yeah, no, I cannot. Well, the top 10, like to me, like just watching Kevin Hart's strategy all night, I was like, tires that weren't shit, really. Like he tried it one time, he got tires, restarted like 15th, drove up to like 12th and did nothing. So I was like, well, we're definitely not going to pit here. And then Ronnie was like, pit. And I was like, no. Like, what are we doing? And Kyle Busch pitting from second blew me away.
Yeah.
I was like, at least you got a shot at duking it out if you stay out. But a pit from second, like the top 8 pit behind Chase Elliott, and then all those guys from like 10th to 20th just stayed out. Yeah, I heard Kyle. I didn't get to see it, but I heard Kyle Busch just like fucking NASCAR heat forward it around the corners. But Chase Elliott gets the dub. Kurt Busch slides in for second. He was like 8th all night. Ryan Blaney spins to 3rd. Kyle Larson was irrelevant. shows up for 4th, and Ross bulldogged his way to 5th. I think Austin Cindric and Christopher Bell were in the back all night. There was a lot of guys that just like all of a sudden got a decent little run. Kyle
Dakota,
Busch, what?
Who did we pick for this race?
God, Jesus. I picked Ross. I don't remember who you picked.
I picked Larson Sleeper
pick
Suarez.
Larson? Yeah, and I picked fucking Custer from a sleeper.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, I just went off a rim. I think I might have been buzzed. So Kyle Busch was 2nd and Truex was 3rd, I think, 3rd or 4th when they pit. And Kyle Busch finished P21, Martin Truex P22. Like, what? I know they got kind of tangled up on the restart, but it was like, dude, like, you were, like, if you stay out, you're still getting a top 5, like, at that.
Well, I mean,
I would think.
There's a chance I think he actually probably would have won.
I think Kyle Busch could have won. I mean, to me, Kyle Busch restart king. Truex was really good on restarts all night. He was railing it, passing dudes on the high line. Like, why pit? It's 4 to go. Like, I had no idea. Like, tires didn't mean shit. Why would you pit there?
What I can't remember exactly is like, so Chase restarted next to Kyle on one of the probably the 2nd or 3rd to last restart, right? And beat him.
Yeah.
Before the Toyotas pitted. But I can't remember what Chase's tire situation was at that point. I can't remember if he didn't.
Yeah, no. They were talking about during green
10, 15 laps old, right?
Yeah, they were doing like green flag stops. And when Chase passed him, Truex passed Kyle, and then they pit, or Kyle and Truex pit.
Kyle comes out.
And then Kyle came back out around Chase. And then, like, right in the middle of all that's when Chris Buescher lost his wheel and shit.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, and then, I mean, here's another debacle on this 4 to go restart. I guess we'll get your opinion, Hugh. It looks like the 41 and the 6 just go dive bombing into the turn 3 and 4 and smack the wall, spinning, cars chaos. Yep. We're coming around to 2 to go.
This is the big topic. This is what everybody's talking about. It's
kind of like, and I like listening to DBC this morning. It was kind of like if this was 50 to go, 100 to go, would this have been a yellow?
So before we say anything, Hugh, did you notice this when it was going down live at the track?
Totally. I mean,
so people in the track were even like, "Whoa!" Like,
I mean, the crowd reacted like it was like a big wreck. Like, it looked and. I mean, it kind of was like a car hit the wall hard, and like there's slow cars in the middle of the field at that point. Like, I want to say Brad was probably in the top 15 or something. So half the field is blowing past him at speed while they're coming down off the track, and there was just no doubt in my mind that you have to go yellow, especially if
it was coming to the white. I'm like maybe, but there was still a couple laps left.
Yeah, it's really confusing. Especially to me, the thing where I just can't understand it anymore is there's this second where it's okay, is Brad going to get rolling again? Is he going to get it rolling fast enough to get to pit entry by the time they're coming back around the next lap? And it was super clear right away that he wasn't. And then when he's down on the entry road and shit, basically stopped, and you got the full field coming around racing hard.
It's ugly.
Didn't he get off though before they came back around?
No, they did one bad shot because he barely was limping around, dragging tires and shit. They did a bad shot where I think it was the white flag, and they're filming Chase Elliott coming down the back stretch, and you just see Brad in the grass, fucking mud.
Yeah.
And it is dude, what the fuck? At this point, throw the yellow. I don't care anymore. What are we doing?
I think that's when he was going from he went in the middle of 1 and 2. He went on that little access road that kind of goes through the infield on backstretch.
Right.
And then when he was going off of that onto the apron again, I think is when he's in the grass, right?
TJ Major said he fucked up his steering, something with his steering suspension and stuff in the front end. And he couldn't even keep. He said he couldn't even keep it straight going down straightaway. He was trying to stay on the apron, and that's why he went off in the grass. He couldn't even steer the car.
Okay.
He just stopped down there in the race.
I was a little confused by that actually, because I was he made it to the act.
There's a clip of him going through the fucking grass.
Because he made it.
Why is the yellow not out?
When I was watching it, it looked like he made it to the access road or whatever that is that comes off before Chase gets back around. Here's my whole thing about this. and this has been all over social media, is what everybody's talking about for this race. It seems like, personally, when I saw what happened, I'm okay with not throwing a yellow. I want to see this race just end how it's playing out right now. I hate that we're always throwing yellows and always having these restarts. I want to see how a race plays out. That being said, NASCAR notoriously would throw a yellow in that situation.
Yeah.
And they didn't. I don't like that. That is not consistent.
The All-Star race with Ryan Blaney when Ricky Stenhouse scratched the wall.
Right.
And they threw the yellow.
They look for
the
excuses.
So
they look for excuses.
We had cars backwards, in the wall, limping around the track with 2.5 laps to go.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, he got off that access road, but they came. I think they came by him at speed, in 3. He's on the apron in 3, right at the yellow line, and the pack comes by him at speed. I'm pretty sure.
I'd have to double check. Maybe
that's the part to me that feels like, man, a couple of those cars get together and start getting loose. You run into that car that's basically stopped. That's.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if somebody got spun and hit them.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want consistency, dude.
And I mean, look, I'm the furthest thing from a Chase Elliott fan. I could care less about Chase Elliott or, his fan base, all that stuff. I just, personally, I want consistency first and foremost. If you're asking me about this one incident, I'd rather not throw a yellow. It sounds like I might have to actually watch the replay on that. I thought he was away from the track by the time they got back around. But, I just don't like yellows in general, especially at the end of the race. I hate that NASCAR throws them for the smallest little thing just because they want to restart for more drama.
Right.
And that's the thing here. And it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to be unbiased too, but it's it's Chase Elliott leading. No, we're not fucking throwing it. But then it's dude, y'all make it so fucking obvious. At least be oh, maybe, or I don't know. It's just God damn, dude. Junior 2.0.
It's so obvious at this point. It's painful. I mean, we make jokes. There's all the memes. But when you see it play out live, you're like, oh, shit. This isn't even a conspiracy. They just really want Chase Elliott to win.
Yep.
They probably sold a lot of die casts.
Yeah.
But,
dude, y'all want to roll that right in our good, bad, and ugly of the weekend?
Hell yeah.
So, Hugh, every week, it used to be kind of every week because we had a good, a bad, and an ugly, something about the race weekend we noticed that we didn't like or didn't see. But it's kind of hard now because it used to always be about Fox and Fox broadcast because that was our bad and ugly. But now
it's always so bad.
We actually have to think now. So I'll start off my good thing of the weekend was NASCAR getting this race in and not giving up. The rain, weather, all in the area. Being a veteran fan like the rest of us was how many times fucking rain, fuck tomorrow, just whatever tomorrow, cut the feed, pack up. And here, I've noticed here in the last decade, it seems like they at least try to get these fucking races.
And also,
done.
like we mentioned earlier, they finished the whole fucking race. They weren't just trying to get to the halfway point before the rain came. They finished the race, which is incredible. They got it in.
Rattlesnake, what's your good?
I mean, I don't know why you didn't choose this. Maybe
I was leaving it on the table.
Yeah, maybe because you knew I was going to pick it up, but obviously NBC/USA, I guess, because that's a thing now.
Yeah, that was weird.
I don't care. Fuck, I love you. I'll buy it.
They just that was another thing, Hugh. So they cut during the rain delay. They were we'll be back on USA sometime.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw people bitching about that.
People were watching Law and Order.
yeah. They didn't really address hey, NBC can't go anymore. We're going to be on USA.
But here's the thing.
Maybe.
If their broadcasting for the rest of the season was as good as it was tonight, I'm going to be the biggest USA fan of all time. I'm buying a goddamn shirt that says USA Network.
Olivia Benson.
It was incredible. This just made me dude, I don't know, almost appreciate NASCAR more with how good the broadcast.
Do you think it was because I think Fox had some of their worst broadcasting this season? It's
true.
It's gone downhill for fucking
season than normal.
It's gone downhill for the last fucking 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say 5 years.
NBC just being fucking, like amazing was like, and then Fox having the worst season was just like, oh my god, give me
I
both
mean,
barrels.
I'll say this: I might go back and rewatch some of the interviews they did with Trackhouse because it was so good.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
content was that good that I might rewatch some.
You
of this
during
stuff.
the rain delays, they were like they would interview some of the drivers, like they'd go up and interview them, and it wasn't like a little
Like
25
actual
second.
live
Yeah,
interviews?
yeah, they wouldn't do like a little 20-second. Hey, how's the car? They sat there and talked to Ross Chastain for like 10 minutes.
Hey
And,
man, it's
like,
Clint. How's it
yeah,
going?
hey Clint up here in the booth, buddy.
Hey, windows open, boss.
Yeah.
Get
They
them
didn't do
elbows up.
they sat there and like asked some hard questions and hey Ross, how does it feel to be an asshole and everybody hates you? Like they
That's
they
what I
broke
was
down.
saying.
They asked some uncomfortable questions.
Junior said,
Yeah.
Ross, what are you going to do in the garage to mend these relationships that you've kind of fucked over? Like they were
Yeah.
asking really good questions.
And they asked him a
That's
shit ton of
awesome.
questions. And it was just they interviewed William Byron too. Like they interviewed a lot of drivers, and it was like a straight up interview. You're like, oh yeah, thank you.
I'm excited.
I appreciate you,
Watch
Steven.
that.
Yeah, no, I mean, Fox needs to fire the whole
They
broadcast.
need a
team
reset
and
button,
rebuild.
and they need to go home.
No, this is what Fox needs to do: is to lose the contract with NASCAR and just give everything to NBC. Like, I'm done with Fox. I don't care who they want to bring the booth. I'm tired of it. Let's
Got
just
to be
give it
Fox.
all to NBC at this point, or USA.
Man, I feel like I don't even hate the booth guys. I feel like it's like the decisions. It's the decisions that like whoever's like leading the production is making. You know, like
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. We
it's
we
just
can't
all
give it.
goofy.
We can't throw all the responsibility on those guys. It's just because they're the ones we see.
somebody's
it's
like
when
making these choices. You know,
Right.
Like
Yeah.
consciously,
Hey,
like
we should animate the drivers and make them look like superheroes.
that's
Let's
like
give
one of
Kyle
the more
Busch a
mild
six-pack.
things.
Film that kid. Film that kid.
it's like when you go to a restaurant and you have a bad experience, so you're a dick to the waitress. But
That's like
it
it.
was like, actually, she wasn't that bad. It was the fucking cook that kept
It was
fucking
the
shit up.
GM, dude.
It's the same type of thing. I blame
Yeah.
everything on the booth, but really, yeah, it's probably the guys behind the scenes making all the decisions.
Yeah.
Hugh, if you had a good of the weekend, what was it being?
All right, I'm gonna go two goods. One is next gen car on 1.5 miles, man. Over and over and over, this thing is racing.
They have
on
not let me
1.5
down.
miles. And like, what a fucking script flip from what we've been seeing. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
a year ago we were all ready to say like, take all the 1.5 miles away.
dude, we were
And-
bitchy and grumpy last season about.
You
some
should
of
have
these
heard our
races.
podcast last season. It was
We were
bad.
negative.
and now it's like, I'm looking forward to 1.5 mile races. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of the like 8-10 lap side by side battles for position. I don't remember ever seeing that shit. Like,
yeah.
I just think we're seeing better racing on 1.5 miles with this car than we've ever seen on 1.5 miles.
I feel like we're seeing old school with new school. It's like
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good way
like-
to put
yeah.
it. Yep.
My other good is going to be like track operations. I'm going to have a bad on the track too, but
oof.
like as far as working with the plan that they were working with, like the parking was like no sweat. The like concessions were good. Like everything was solid. They executed, and I think that if we're going to continue to, especially if we're going to continue going to Nashville Super Speedway, they had to get that right. Like you fuck it up
Yeah.
one more time and you lost the track, you know?
yeah.
And it worked. I don't know that we see Cup going there forever. Hopefully we're going to the fairgrounds, but
Yeah, I feel like this is just a staging track. Like
yeah.
until the fairgrounds are ready, we're gonna race.
I
here.
mean, we've discussed this in the podcast, though. I wouldn't mind them adding the fairgrounds, but keeping Nashville Super Speedway.
I have two national dates.
Just because I don't know,
a
man.
Saturday
Like,
night race.
well, and what if the fairgrounds aren't good? You know what I mean? Like this
Do
racing,
next year's All Star at the fairgrounds.
the racing that we've seen from the Super Speedway in Nashville has been pretty good. So I'd hate for them to throw all their chips in this other track that we don't know,
Yeah.
you know, how great it's going to be. One, we've had some entertaining racing over here. So I wouldn't mind them just having like two different dates.
Or
Yeah, I'd
we
be
see him
fine
go
with that.
back and forth a little
Take
bit.
a Texas
maybe
date.
Oh, no shit, man. I
Take
take back
all-
what I said about 1.5 miles. No Texas.
Oh yeah, and that was one. That's just one that's one ugly Betty that can't be fixed. That's
Yeah.
just- you got to bulldoze the place. They're adding 4 new bars, 4 new concession bars in the grandstands. I don't know if y'all saw it on Twitter today.
Oh, that does remind me of something. on the track operations side of it, I think I saw more like at track sponsor activation stuff at Nashville this weekend than I've seen at a cup race in 8 or 10 years. Like,
do you think that's because it's in Nashville?
I think that's a part of it.
Yeah.
But I think that's trending that way. And I thought that like after kind of like the big downturn, I was afraid like that we lost that stuff forever. Like the fan experience stuff on the midway.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like Charlotte had a lot.
Well, Charlotte was
booming.
great.
Yeah.
But it's because they brought that like Speed Street thing from downtown to the racetrack.
Okay.
And like that was actually the most shit I've ever seen at a racetrack, I think, for a race weekend. But I literally came out like at a stage break at the 600 and like walk out from my seats. And who was it? Boots with the fur, you know.
Flow rider.
Like the flow rider contest is going on right in the middle of the race, and it's like you can see it from like the back of the grandstands. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, they had crazy enough stuff at Charlotte. There was a ton of stuff going on around the track this weekend, and I think for the like moderate fan, like somebody that's coming to the race for like the whole race weekend experience, that stuff is so crucial. And like
for real,
at the end of the day, we can't fill the grandstands with like people that are diehard race fans. Like you got to bring the people in that are coming for like the experience.
Right,
and you can't do it without some of that stuff too,
dude.
So
and I really feel like it was on the uptick pre-COVID, back in the Monster Energy days. That the Monster Girls, free Monsters, dirt bikes, trucks with burnouts, tits. Like, dude, the whole Midway vibe was awesome, and like they had good Midway stuff. Everything was booming, and COVID just put Thor's hammer right through all that shit.
They need to bring back the dirt bikes.
Yeah, and for a while,
dude, they got pogo sticks now.
Yeah, I've seen those dudes a couple times this year, and it's like, dude, this ain't it. This is not it.
They're like traveling with the series. It's like,
I
don't know.
I know those guys are like trying to make a living, but this ain't the place.
I think we could use the dirt bikes, actually.
Yeah,
like,
the dirt bikes were cool.
The Monster dirt bikes were sick, dude. I remember walking into Talladega and seeing them for the first time, hitting those huge jumps, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on over there? Like,
go over here and get your pictures with a hot chick and get a free Monster.
Yeah, that was badass.
That's how you do it. Yeah, dude. I thought Monster was gonna be huge for the sport, and they were. But like, I literally was like, oh, this is like they're gonna take NASCAR to the next fucking level. And then I think some of the NASCAR people were like, y'all are a little too much for us.
That's interesting. Not much stuff for Indy. Like that's not what I expect based on what I've heard about Indy.
I've heard the opposite.
I've always wanted to go to the Indy 500. Never been.
Also, what up, Nick? Dakota, I hung out with our boy.
Yeah, you got to meet Nick, dude.
Dirty Myrtles. Hung out at the beach.
I'll go there one day.
My team before he heads back home, actually.
Oh.
Okay. The bad.
Yeah, we were just fucking random. Sorry if we're keeping you so long, Hugh. We just fucking go all night.
Right.
Yeah, so the bad of the weekend. I'm just gonna say it was I wasn't even there, but just NASCAR tracks not allowing fans to have full access to what they want to do, to a respective point. No coolers. I still am frowning against that. I think it was bullshit. I wasn't even there, and I would have been more tempted to go if they didn't have that rule.
Okay. Bad for me is going to be the caution decision at the end of the race.
Yeah.
Whether you're a Chase Elliott fan or you're a Kyle Busch fan, I think we can all agree that moving forward, we'd like some more consistency with NASCAR when it comes to throwing cautions. You can enjoy your win. Kyle Busch fans can be pissed off. I just think we can all come together and say, yeah, they're not consistent. There's some issues here. That was bad.
Right.
Let me see if I can audible, but that's mine too.
Shit.
Yeah, no, I mean that's it. That's the big
I agree with it.
Don't forget you got an ugly coming up too, so you're gonna need to.
Yeah. Well, things are complicated for me on that too, but I'm gonna say start time. If I got to add to,
that's a good one.
The caution is really the thing, but the start time is up there with it.
Yeah, that was a really good one, actually.
Make it a night race or make it happen during the day. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the data, but it's hotter at fucking 5 o'clock. It's probably hotter at 4 o'clock than it was at 2. You know, like
Yeah,
It
what are we
is.
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like, because like I had almost entertained going to this race, and then I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull it off with stuff going on. And then when the cooler band thing came out, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not going. And then with everything that went on with the race, and it ended at midnight, I was like, I can't imagine driving home right now. Like after this race, having to drive home and go to work the next day. I was like, fuck that. Fuck Chase Elliott. Dude, all right, gonna roll right into my ugly. My ugly is I don't know if you watched the truck race since you were in Nashville downtown, but during pit road stops, some fucking wild madman chased a loose wheel out onto pit road during live stops in front of trucks, and it was like the craziest shit I've ever fucking seen. Literally, the guys are coming down pit road after coming out of pit road. The wheel gets loose, like it's gone, bro. This like the stop's ruined. You got the penalty. He chased it like, no, I'm not leaving. And he fucking went out there and got the wheel, and trucks are coming like swerving. And he ran back with the wheel and like rolled it to pit road. And everybody was like, oh God, NASCAR is not gonna like that. Yeah, no, I was like, dude, what a fucking idiot. I was yelling at my TV like, you fucking idiot.
You know, you brought this up earlier, but my ugly it has to be Nashville not allowing coolers. I mean, that's my main thing. Hugh, I don't know if you've seen it. We sell a shirt. It says "Come and take it" with a cooler on it.
Yeah, that's actually I love that shirt.
Yeah, we are a big pro cooler podcast.
Do we know who made it?
What?
Where'd you see it?
We sell it. I made it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you said you sell a shirt. I thought you said I saw a shirt, and I was like, okay. I mean, okay. I'll be buying it after this.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably make a better design than I did, to be fair.
Well, we can team up on it. I don't take people's shit.
That's what I'm saying, Hugh. We got so much shit. We can team up.
We got ideas. It seems like you got more going on.
I got the infrastructure figured out. Look how many fucking boxes I got, man.
There you go, man.
Shit, man.
There you go. Yep, I'll just be the good looks on the side.
Yeah, we're gonna hook this up. We're gonna do that. We're gonna stay on it.
Hugh, me and you are definitely gonna get something going. That's for sure.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So that's me. I'm a big pro cooler guy. I can't stand that.
We're pro cooler over here.
I can't stand tracks that don't allow coolers. I think there's only 3 tracks on the schedule: Nashville, Las Vegas, and Coda, which are like 3 of the hotter places to go to a race.
The bougier towns.
Yeah. Also bougier. That's true.
I'm pretty sure at least Vegas it's a law. Well, it's a law that you can't bring your own booze. Which
okay. Well,
I literally don't give a shit. Let me bring a cooler or sell me a $5 cooler when I get there. The other piece of that that's like I think kind of interesting is like we get there to the race, like DoorDash is handing out like those DoorDash bags like that the drivers have. Like those insulated tote bags on the midway to people that are going in the race. And I'm like,
so how's that work?
Are those coolers are they going to make people throw those away? Like, what is a cooler? We actually had an idea for like to do a little like a TikTok, like a content piece that was like to bring in like basically cut a cooler apart and like take like a soft cooler and like take all the insulation and shit out of it and like pack it into our clear backpack and like fucking
oh dude, that would be funny.
What is a cooler? You know, like you tell me I can bring a backpack in, but not a cooler. It's just like that. It's my ugly too. Like
hell yeah.
I don't care. I'll buy your fucking overpriced beers. You gotta have coolers in the track.
I just want to be able to sit at my seat with my beers, so I don't have to keep getting up.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Hey man, hand me a beer.
Yep.
Dude, rolling a straight A, boy, Steven.
Hey,
I'll hold on.
Only 2. I ain't getting one.
I was gonna say I'm definitely gonna hold you to that.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Nick saw my new cooler. Actually, I got a new cooler. Since Shitty never gave me one, I had to go get my own.
So wrapping up Nashville, we're gonna go finish up with our race rating. Hugh, every week we give it 1 through 10 decimal if you want it. We're gonna give her a little race rating of what we thought. Watching from home is probably gonna be a little different than yours being there, but I'm gonna kick off looking at all my other topics here of races. I'm gonna give this race a 7-7.
All right, I'm typing that in for you. I'm keeping track.
I know. Oh, I missed a couple weeks because I was on the road.
I know, and I got them all. That's why I'm typing
Yeah,
it in.
I need to catch up.
Hugh, what do you want to give it?
I'm pretty close with you. I think that just the weather stuff, which like it's out of everybody's control, but like that definitely like slowed things down a little bit. I'd go 7-2.
7-2.
Yep.
Damn.
You know what? I'm going 7-8.
Okay,
I really enjoyed it.
You're dead on. You're the average, Dakota.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7-8 just because I gave last week's I think a 7-2. And
yeah, I try not to let the rain like damper it, but it is a factor.
I think it was better than last week, personally. I know a lot of people enjoyed that race. I'm not a big road course guy.
Sonoma? Yeah.
Not a big road course guy, so I enjoyed this a lot more.
Yeah.
And if you take away, that delay, it was a great race all around.
Yeah. I'm trying not to let the winter affect my judgment.
Yeah, exactly. That's excluding the delays.
Right? But yeah, man, all in all, it was a good race. I think like I said last year too. I was like, they had the cooler band last year and it was bullshit and I hated it the whole time and I drank a shit ton of beer at the track and spent money. But I was like, there's no way they do this again. Like they'll learn from this. Next year they'll let people bring their coolers. Because the first year they played it off as like a COVID thing. And then when they said it again, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I don't even want to get my hopes up and say that next year I think it'll be a known, like, hey, you can't bring a cooler.
Yeah, I think we just need to start like a Twitter campaign or something.
Ooh,
get Marcus Smith.
Hashtag
that's what we'll do with the shirt.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to,
right.
You had to start a campaign for it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I think I might go to this race next year just because of implications of guys retiring. I may try to go just because, but god damn it, let me bring my cooler. That's all I gotta say on Nashville, man. Let me bring my fucking cooler.
You can bring a DoorDash bag though.
Oh, DoorDash bag full of beer cans.
Well, that's only because they sponsor Bubba.
Yeah. Oh, hey, these are Bubba Wallace beers. Oh, right this way, sir.
VIP access.
Here's your hot pass. Oh man, but dude, Nashville's over with, and we're going to a unfamiliar territory as of the new July 4th standard of Road America. We're going road racing. I still don't know how I feel about this. Like, I'm okay with Daytona being the regular season finale. It's pretty cool, but I'm still nostalgically like, this is supposed to be Daytona Saturday night.
I 100% agree. I don't like this. I get America's in the name, so maybe that's why they thought.
Yeah,
it was a good
I'll
idea.
let it slide with it being Road America. You put some other track here, I'm not vibing.
I just don't. When I think of 4th of July, I don't think of a road course race. That's so like lame to me.
Yeah.
Like I need a super speedway. I need Daytona Beach, America, motherfuckers. That's what I want.
I might feel a little bit opposite on this, and only because I think the 4th of July is all about experiences. I'm rarely watching the Daytona race in real time. I mean, previously, like I'm rarely watching the race on Saturday of the 4th of July or Sunday of the 4th of July.
How dare you?
Well, I'm going to record it, but like I'm doing my own shit. Like I'm I'm on a riverbank, right?
I'm usually there. That was my thing.
And obviously, like, there's tons of people that have that tradition, but I think that like the people in Road America seem to love the hell out of this, and they look like they were having a good ass time last year. And so
that's what I've heard. It's a fun race to go to.
I kind of feel like, like make that like the experience based weekend, because a ton of people have other shit going on that they're not gonna sit down and watch the race on the 4th of July or on that weekend. And then like the people out there look like they really had a good time. Like so much so that like maybe like, I don't know, like is that what
I've heard that's like a Northern Dega road course. Like everybody's out there partying, you can walk around the whole place. Everybody's camping like right next to the track and shit. I mean, I don't know nothing about it really. All I do know is that goddamn the caution laps are like 30 minutes.
Yeah, they got to fix
Ugh.
that.
They
gotta
gotta-
have to fix that
like-
if they're going to race that track.
Like make a shoot or
That's
something to cut the
brutal.
track. And the people are like, well, that'll mess up fuel mileage. It's like that's what they get paid to do. So
Dude, I'm gonna watch an episode of Game of Thrones in the meantime while we're
yeah,
at caution.
dude. Well, as soon as caution comes up, go flip burgers, go get another beer, go outside and cut the grass. Like, dude, it's they got to do something about that because it sucks.
I
It's a
do
bummer.
like Nick's question though. Would you rather have it back at Indy for 4th?
Indy didn't get the fair shake, I think. And as a oval, fucking vigilante, I miss Indy Oval. I miss the Brickyard 400. I don't think they should race the Indy Roval. I think that's just crap.
Yeah, get rid of
and
the
I'm
Indy
okay
Roval.
with it, of course. I always, to me, the Brickyard was nostalgic. Like it was the Brickyard, man. And I don't think it got the fair shake because of COVID. It was weird. And like, if you put these cars on Indy Oval, I think we get a different product.
That's true.
yeah,
cars
we
are
So
need to
I
do
think
that.
there's
Good,
something
man.
there. I think there's something there. They could like, hey, 1 year do the oval, 1 year do the road course. I don't want to see that personally, but I don't know. I don't like India as 4th of July either. I don't really know what's a good substitute.
Hugh,
Road
here's the
America
thing-
fits, but
Here's the thing about me that you'll notice. I just don't really like road course racing. Honestly,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I just don't really like it. I'm always going to choose short
I'm
track.
okay with
intermediate.
road course racing. There's just too many now.
I don't. I just there. I mean, I'm going almost always going to choose a short track, intermediate, and super speedway.
Hear me
over
out.
a
Hear
road
me out.
course.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
All right.
If I had all the money in the world, we put lights on Talladega night race on 4th of July.
Yeah, that's kind of what he's saying right there. Dega should be at 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was saying lights. Dude,
That
yeah,
would be
Dega, Dega would be. Yeah, but you do a Dega day race on July 4th, you were gonna fucking
That's
die.
true. Night
We're gonna-
race,
There's a-
Talladega
Night race,
with
Talladega,
lights.
4th of July. Take it. I don't care if you take it out of the playoffs. Take it out of the playoffs. We'll go back to Dega. Or I mean, I don't know. I think the 4 speedways are kind of separated perfectly right now. I don't know. It's just so weird. It's hard to take. You take Daytona away, and it's like, well, what could replace this? Put Atlanta night race as 4th of July.
I think that seems reasonable too.
I'd be okay with that. Yeah, I'd be okay with that over Road America.
All right. So what are our picks?
All
We
right,
gotta
so
do picks.
Hugh, I know we go a little long sometimes, but
You're good.
we're gonna roll out on. We do a
We go
bet-
long when we're enjoying our conversations.
Yes.
So take it
So
as a
if we were
compliment.
cutting it
I'm
off,
having
yeah.
fun. I'm good, man.
All right. So every week we do a race winner and an underdog pick, and an underdog pick usually is somebody that didn't make the playoffs last year and somebody who hasn't won. I guess we're letting people slide now because all these new winners or something.
Well, it hasn't won this year, right?
sure.
Well, hold on. Was that I thought it
No,
was
because you
always...
picked Suarez the week after he won. So
Oh, yeah, that was my bad. I think we
do
were
what
just
you want to do.
both kinda
I pick
drunk.
guys who haven't won and guys who didn't make the playoffs last year.
haven't
And
won
then
ever.
a race. Yeah, I mean this year. I will
No,
say
yeah,
that-
it
we'll
was
say
this season.
year.
Okay.
This season. And so yeah, we just pick your straight up winner and then your underdog pick. I ain't even fucking thought of these. Rattlesnake, you go first.
I actually haven't thought of these either.
Oh my god. Well then I'm gonna pick right
I
now.
just heard about it, so I ain't going first.
All right, I'm gonna then
That's
I will
fair,
take
that's
the
fair.
reins here. And for my underdog pick, hasn't won this year. I'm straight up going Michael McDowell.
Dude,
Wow.
that's not bad.
He was really good at Sonoma. Fucking finished P3. He's clicking on all cylinders right now. I like what I'm seeing at 34 camp.
Yeah, that's actually not bad. My underdog pick, Tyler Reddick.
Very good. Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on over
At this
at
point,
camp.
he just might be my underdog pick for the rest of the season until he
Well, he
wins,
was looking
because-
so fucking good. Like it's gonna happen. I mean, he got fucked at Bristol Dirt, and I don't even really count that as a real race. But no, I'm not picking Chase. They're either fucking second or they're irrelevant in 28th.
Right. Yep. Yeah, he'll be up there competing, or you just don't see him. That's
Yeah.
an RCR move. So
I'm so RCR of him.
RCR right now. Hugh, what do you got?
Hasn't won is my only qualifier. Is that true?
This
Hasn't won this year.
season and didn't make playoffs last year.
Last year.
Oh shit.
You can throw out a name, and
Yeah,
we'll
honestly,
see.
we don't care.
Yeah, we're not very strict. I said
I feel,
Suarez.
yeah, I feel
the
like
week after he won.
competitive. Yeah, I feel like competitive cars left that haven't won. I can't remember. Sebo make the playoffs last year.
Seabell, yes, he did.
That's
He
good.
won at
I was
Daytona
just
Road
gonna say.
Course.
Oh,
And he
You know
finished
what?
second in this race last year.
You know what? We'll allow it.
We'll allow it.
yeah. There's
been trash-
honestly,
Well,
I
he's
just
been
looked
trash
through the
this
thing.
year,
It's like
so
guys
we'll
that
allow it.
haven't won, man. Like,
Well, and with how he's been this year, I think that's a fair pick.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I was like, man, Seabell might be something because he's pretty good at road courses subliminally. But I'm very nervous with how Toyotas ran at Sonoma. Do they have their shit together this weekend going back to another road course?
it's
Right.
true. Yeah,
It makes me not want to bet on a Toyota this weekend. But then I could do that, and then they fucking be top 5.
they
So,
figured it out or whatever.
yeah. Who knows? But Sonoma being 3 weeks ago makes me like, oh god.
Yeah.
So my outright race winner. Blah, blah, blah. Outright race winner.
Scooby-Doo over
God
here.
dang, dude.
Ruh-roh.
Ooh, I don't know. Not saying that guy. I straight up, fuck it.
Let's go.
I'm picking. Oof. Goddamn. I'm picking Kyle Busch.
Dude, that's who I was gonna pick. All right, good
That's
pick.
another
Good
thing.
pick.
So we'll make picks and we don't talk about this at all, and then we'll be like, "That's who I was fucking picking, you motherfucker."
And we can't steal each other's picks. That was actually
Yeah.
who I had in my head to pick.
Yeah.
Kyle Larson. Kyle
I
Busch.
almost picked Larson, and I was like, "I'm tired of picking Larson." Fuck
Yeah,
him.
same.
Watch
Kyle
him
Busch is
win.
a
He'll
fucking
win.
beast
We'll clip.
this season.
We'll
dude.
clip this. We'll clip this after he wins Sunday.
See, look, Nick's also going Kyle Busch. Yeah, he's a beast this year. He did good here last year. What did he finish last year? P3, I think.
I think he won the Xfinity race too.
Yeah. So good fucking pick there.
Yeah.
Hugh, do you have anybody off the top of your head that you were already thinking? Because now I know.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna. I like to sometimes pick people that I don't like, because it makes it a little more interesting for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Cindric.
That's a solid pick, dude. Very solid pick. I think he's definitely got the road course pizzazz. It's just like, can he put it together for the whole race? I totally see him being up there like stage 1, like maybe even get a stage win, and then having like a pit road woe and finishing, 17th.
Yeah, totally.
I was seeing something. I think I was talking to Nick actually at the beach, and we were talking about what's up with Larson this season. He had a historic season last year. One of the best seasons I've watched in a very long time. Really reminded me of like a Jimmy Johnson era.
Yeah.
And we were talking about what's happened to Larson this year. And he mentioned that it's actually so far in the season, it's fairly similar to how he was last season. So
yeah, he didn't go on a tear till like early summer.
Exactly. And I was like, you know what? That's true. Maybe
It's
I'm
not too late to
overreacting.
go win 8 races.
So I'm going to pick Kyle Larson for this reason. I
You're a
think he's about to
bitch.
go on a tear. It's about time he goes off. And this is definitely a track where he could do it.
Well, that's the thing is I almost feel like Hendricks has been like doing that thing where they were so hot at the beginning of the season and they're like, hey, everybody got a couple wins. Let's chill out. And I know Chase Elliott just won kind of, but
They're
it's
gonna
like,
figure out what we're doing.
yeah. So like everybody chill the fuck out.
Just one
We're in-
kind of.
We're in the playoffs, and when the playoffs come, they're going to be like, all right, bring out all the guns. Bring
Bring
the
the
guns
tricks back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost seems like they do that shit.
Oh, I think
Oh
that's
my
gonna-
God.
Chris,
Who-
I do
Chris-
not think Chase is
yeah.
going to win.
What the fuck?
Dakota, I don't know if you know Chris.
Yeah,
Chris
I
Wright.
remember him.
Okay, we call him Bad
I
Takes
race him.
Chris. That's his nickname. Is Bad
Well,
Take
the thing
Chris.
is,
So
damn,
that's-
Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson were kicking everybody's ass at Sonoma before they both had pit road woes.
Right.
That's another thing.
Well, it's road course racing.
That's road course racing.
Yep.
But dude, yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything
You
else to
will
say about.
regret it.
I don't have anything else to say about Road America. It's too long. It's a road course. It's long, but the cautions, whatever. I'm gonna sit and watch on Sunday. I don't even know when the race starts, honestly.
I haven't
but
even looked. Yeah.
yeah, it's 4th of July weekend. Hope everybody celebrates the red, white, and blue and drinks a beer for me and Rattlesnake and Hugh here. And it's gonna be a good weekend, man. We're going racing. We go this way all the way to the finish. There's no more off weeks.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, racing every fucking weekend.
Before we wrap up, obviously, we are brought to you by Yeats. That is yeatsofficial.com. You get 10%
Yeah, we
off
don't
discount
just try to
code.
look this cool, Hugh. People actually want us to look this cool.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, check
All
out
the
discount
shade.
code Chairgating and 10% off at shipping. Yeah, yeetsofficial.com. Hugh, you want to plug your shit and like let us know
Oh,
where we
yeah,
can find you,
that was
what
my next
races you're gonna
thing.
be at?
Hugh, give us the
Yep.
full rundown. What we need to
Yeah.
know.
Full rundown. Stock Car Society. We're on stockcarsociety.com and also doitfordale.com because I got those domain names.
Oh, I like that.
Instagram, Twitter, like
a
all this
backup
shit.
account.
We're all Stock Car Society, all one word everywhere. We're gonna be definitely at Bristol in the fall, Dega in the fall, maybe Darlington. We might pepper one or two other ones in there, setting up and vending, but we're gonna be at a handful of other races. So reach out to us, holler at us. Nothing else to drink a beer together, man.
Fuck
I
yeah,
noticed you don't use Twitter much. Is this right?
I don't. No, I don't.
Okay. So you're mostly Insta? Like people should find you on Instagram?
Yeah, I mean that's where like the majority of our like stuff that we post is right now. We're honestly still very light on social. Like I need to be doing more of it, but like I was saying at the beginning, like I'm trying to grow this slow and be able to like really keep control of like the quality and like the customer service piece of it. And for as many people who are like, dude, you got to be more active on Instagram and stuff. It's like,
mind your
that
fucking
could be
business.
a problem. It could be a problem for me. It's like, but we're getting there. Kind of got some things in the works to like get our social presence kind of up and going a little bit heavier. It's like, feels like right now, it's like we're a little bit of.
Oh, I saw your Nashville pics. You're doing just fine, my boy.
We got friends.
No, we love y'all's shit. So we'll be posting.
Can't wait to see y'all at a track, man.
Oh yeah, we might have to get together before the next track or whatever.
Oh,
sounds like we got business to do.
We definitely
fuck
do.
Yeah.
But we'll be posting the links in the description. So everybody that's watching this, all his links and everything will be in the description later. So definitely check his shit out because it's fucking sick. Honestly, it's like some of the best NASCAR merch there is.
Need to get me one of them fresh ass hats.
Dude, literally all your shit. Like I just want
I'm about to get on the website right now.
Yeah, if you were like, hey, pick out what you want, I'd be like, I would just send you a screenshot of your entire inventory and be like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
So
dope shit. Dope friends doing dope shit.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
All right, Hugh, thanks for coming
pleasure,
by.
dude.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. This was real fun. I appreciate you having me on.
Hell yeah, buddy. All right, everybody. We'll see y'all next week breaking down Road America.
Peace.